My arms are hanging down by my sides for the moment. I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths in. And so for me, the idea of standing and doing this online movement break is to give yourselves, again, opening and closing, this idea of opening joints, opening your spine, openings, and then closings only being the opposite of those openings. And also for you to be super grounded. So oftentimes people say grounded, and it's like, what does that mean? So the more you keep allowing the weight of your body to go into the floor and allow your bones to support you, the more quote-unquote grounded you will feel. And there's always an oppositional force, which is your torso rising. So just allowing all that weight to go into the floor. So the first thing we're going to do from here today is some breathing. So I'm going to take my hands up the middle of my body. My feet are moving into the floor, and I'm going to inhale and gently take my eyes with my hands up, reaching. Don't take your feet with you, and then exhaling. And as I exhale, I'm just going to give my body a little curve. So I'm bending my knees, and I'm looking at my belly button. So just a little curve. And inhaling, I bring my hands up, my eyes up to the sky, my feet keep moving into the floor. So that's your body opening. And now I'm going to come back down. I like to come down the front of my body, curving my head, looking at my belly button, opening up the back of that spine, and coming back up. We're going to do this a few more times, inhaling and exhaling in your own timing. Again, just thinking of it as opening and closing the body, the spine is opening, and some breath coming in. Think about 2 more times in your own breath timing. My spine is opening. There's the front of my spine opening, if you will. And here's the back of my spine opening. Enjoy the breath. See if you can synchronize your hands, moving with your breath. And let's do 2 more times. Feet are firmly planted in the floor. So when I reach up to the sky, my heels are moving into the floor. And when I bend my knees, that energy keeps moving into the floor. One last time. Meet me in the middle when you're done. I like to sound. If you need to grunt or moan, please do. Okay, we're done with that. From here, I'm going to take shoulder circles. So allowing the weight of my hands to be really heavy. So then I'm really isolating my shoulders with this movement. And breathing gently, so if you got a little bit of heart rate up, just allow it to soften. A few more times, shoulder rolls. Luxuriating in it. If there's some snap, crackle, pop going on, just be okay. Don't force it. Really moving the whole shoulder girdle, opening that up again. Opening, creating space. I'm going to bring that to a pause, and I'm going to add another breath sequence. So opening my hands out. What I'm really looking for is that your hands are really moving opposite of each other. And then I'm going to curve it all in, just like I had my little ball before. And inhaling and reaching, only going to my T position so my shoulders don't get involved too much. And then exhaling into a little ball again. In my little ball, I'm really looking to open up the back of my spine. Opening into my T position, trying not to lean back. I could see my fingers out of my peripheral vision, and then rolling back into a little ball. Really taking my tail as if I could really curl up like those bugs. I've got my East Coast people here, they know what I'm talking about, those roly-poly bugs. Reaching, and don't go faster than you need to, in your own timing. And if you need to take double breaths in here, take double breaths. It doesn't matter. Just keep thinking about opening, reaching, 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 reaching. I'm thinking about the extremities, my feet moving into the floor, my hands moving away from each other. My shoulder doesn't want to drop today. And curling back into a ball. 2 more times. Gentle, gentle. So my feet move in the floor, my hands move out to my side. Big deep breath in. And then curving into my ball. One last time. Oh, that feels so good for me today. Reaching, 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 reaching. Seeing your arms out of your periphery. Last time, curling in. And coming back to standing. And we're going to do our shoulder rolls in the opposite direction. So moving my shoulders forward. You can really luxuriate. Sometimes when we start moving this direction, our upper thoracic wants to go for a little ride. So if that feels good, you can enjoy that. You might notice that the timing is a little faster in these, so just take it easy. Really allowing my scapula to come together. Whew. And opening again, opening up the back of my body, opening up the front of my body. I'm a little speedy here today on these, so take your time. You don't have to go as fast. A few more times. Really enjoy going back, up and forward, and down and back, up and forward. Try not to miss any parts of your circle. The weight of my hands helps to make that journey happen. So one last time, finish up and find your arms down again, and we're going to start another breathing cycle. So this time, lateral bending. So one arm is moving towards the floor, grounding my legs. The other arm is reaching overhead. Ground this side. Make sure you're not flying off the floor on that side. So wherever your stretch point is, that's where you go. So there's always a limit. At some point, if I keep going, my leg is going to fly up. So wherever that side bend is for you, and breathing, breathing, opening, opening. And of course, you've got all those organs getting some oxygenated blood on the lateral bend, and now we're going to come back up through the center. I'm going to reach the other side, grounding that leg. Don't let it fly off the floor. Opening up this side of the body. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Inhaling and exhaling as much as you can. You can have one arm reaching towards the floor, the other one reaching across towards the opposite wall, but don't let that hip fly up. Let's come back up gently, reaching your arms. That's going to help you. Reach, reach, reach your arms. Don't think of it as just inside your body. And let's go the other side again. I like to inhale. When I exhale, that helps me plant my legs and reach a little farther this time if you can. My arms again are helping me with this. Don't think of it as just inside your body. Think of it as also your peripheries are helping you, your extremities, if you will. Arms moving, legs moving in the floor. Head is intense. Let's come back up. Using my arms. One last time to even ourselves out. Side bending. Grounding those legs. Don't let them fly up. Reach, reach, reach. Using your arms, hands to help you with this. Yeah, good. Noticing if there's any pain, just back off a little bit. You don't have to go deep. This is just about opening, coming back up. Whoa, let's do elbow circles. So bringing my hands to my shoulders, my elbows, as if they had some kind of weird spray paint in them. You're gonna spray the walls with your circles here. So the elbows, trying to make beautiful circles in space. Noticing if anything shifts in your pelvis. So looking that all of a sudden, just because your arms are moving, that something didn't happen down below. So just keep anchoring your pelvis to your feet. Inhaling and exhaling, moving the shoulders, moving those elbows, creating more space in that joint. We spend so much time at our computer these days. Whew. Few more times. Enjoy the opening. If it feels good, I hope it does. Enjoy that opening. 2 more circles with the elbows. That was my last one. Coming back to standing. Again, feet anchored into the floor. Hips don't move. And I'm going to do diagonals. So I'm going to go to one diagonal. It's a small movement. So here the opposition is this leg stays and this part of my body goes. And then I want a little bend again, a little curve in the middle. That should feel good. And then anchoring the opposite leg and go to another little diagonal. And coming back in. Curving, curving, curving. And little diagonal. I feel the opposite leg of the direction I want to go to get me to that little diagonal. Curving, curving, curving. Exhaling on the curve. Inhaling to expand on that diagonal. Few more times, not to pass out, but just find that connection in your body. Right in this moment, in the curve, I have to anchor my legs in the opposition in order to create that little twist. So into the middle, and little diagonal. So anchoring that leg. So if it's coming forward, that's not what I want. So curving in. So the bottom stays really strong and the top is going for a little ride. You should feel it through your core, through the trunk. Few more times to even us out. Curving into the middle with an exhale. And I'm spinning all over the floor. And then inhaling to expand to that diagonal. I actually want one more. Make sure you're even. I'm not quite even. Now I will be even. Good. And let's come back to the center. I'm going to curl into the middle again and then just come back up. Feet firmly planted in the floor. Now I'm going to do my elbow circles in the opposite direction. So elbow circles in the opposite direction, luxuriating in the opening. You might feel a little different going this direction. That's a good thing. So elbows again, scribing in the air. Woo. Down and back and up and around. A few more times. Enjoy the feeling. There you go. Good. Let's drop that. Whew. Let your arms dangle by your side. Big inhale and exhale. Keep your feet solid in the ground. Feels good. I'm going to do some reaches now. So I'm going to reach, bending one knee and reaching to the sky. So a few times each side, just to kind of wake up again, a little bit of that lateral, but not so deep this time. Bending one side, straightening the other. One side, opening up. It'll feel a little different because of the bend in the knee. Bend in the knee. Now I'm going to move it a little forward. So I'm going to take it as if I was going to curl around somebody and bring it back in. Curve and in. Curve. I was going to wrap around a tree with somehow not moving my legs. Curve. Curve. So my hips are moving, my knees are moving, and I'm just giving a little bit of a different stretch through the back. Curve. Curving. A few more times. Curve. 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 And I'm breathing, inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times to even myself out. Curving, trying to keep your knees moving straight in front. And with that, okay, I'm going to move all of my body, my ribs over my hips, and I'm going to stand on one foot. No craziness with this free leg, just stand. Notice what's going on as your body goes, oh, you want me to stand on one leg? Woo. And let's put that foot back down. Whew, I'm going to do the same thing, transferring ribs over my hips, freeze up a leg. Let's see if we can stand there for just a little bit. Good, we're going to do this again, each side. So moving all of my weight, my ribs over my hips, and that automatically starts to lift this leg up. And now the other side. Ribs over hip, over foot. Little balance, good. Wakes up other neuro pathways. That's what we're looking for. Strong standing leg. Okay, a couple more ideas here. I'm going to push on my weight over to that side, and I'm going to bring my knee up. Bring it up somewhere. Doesn't have to be as high as my knee. And just notice. Standing strong on that leg. Think about my head moving up. Helps me to think about standing up. And let's change. So moving everything over, ribs over hips, over foot. And then just bring that knee up. Wherever it is a good height. It's the height of today. Breathing, 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 staying strong in your standing leg. Start to move your arms, it's a whole different thing, right? So, staying strong, doing great. Let's drop that leg. Good, so now, little moments on our feet. So, I'm in a demi point, if you will. And so I'm gonna imagine my belly button taking me up and changing my feet. Just to this demi point, I'm not really jamming in. Notice my weight isn't forward. So don't jam into your toes, but just opening them up a little bit. So imagine my belly button taking me up. As opposed to just using my feet, it really is nice to help me use my whole body to do this. So from one foot to the other, whoop, nice and gentle. My belly button helps me move up. And when I say belly button, my belly button isn't moving away from my body. It's just going internally. I imagine my belly button helping me to go up. Let's do a few more, just opening up the feet, make it gentle. Make sure your ankles aren't rotating outside or in. Up. So wherever you need to go is where you go. The minute your ankles start to wiggle, you back off. Belly button takes me up and down. Belly button takes me up, boom, and down. 2 more times. That'll even me out, I think, yeah. And down. Good. Now, just for the sake of it, challenge ourselves. both feet. So I'm going to take both of my ankles up and down. So 2 more times, belly button, whoop, and down. Belly button, whoop, and down. Nice and easy, don't bend your knees. Wherever you go is where you go. Just a little bit and come down. One more time, see if it's in there. Knees straight, good, done. Let's give our ankles a little shake, legs a little shake. Good, let's do our pelvic lifting. This comes from Katie Bonin. I'm gonna get on my block. You do not need a block. My toes are, you can do this on the floor is what I meant to say that I forgot to say. You can do it on the floor, you can do it on the block. I'm gonna show both. And again, building up to this. And this is all about the outer musculature of your legs, helping you to walk, helping you to mobilize, going upstairs, etc. So I have a strong standing leg. It's always hard for me to do and talk. So I'm going to hold on to the wall. If you need to hold on to a chair or wall, that's good, or do it on the floor. So the first part is toes pointing forward. So no weirdness in your feet. I'm going to push the standing leg into the block. And as I push the standing leg into the block, I'm going to imagine that this hip is floating up. Yes, it does come up, but I don't want the action to start in this hip. So it's not, because that's not the relationship I'm looking for. I'm looking for a strong standing leg that grounds you into the block, which raises the free hip. And now the challenge, lower that hip. So I'm going to do a few of these. Pushing into the block raises the free hip and allow the free hip to come down. Push into the block and lower that free leg. At least 2 more times. These are a beast. You should feel it all like your leg should feel, I always feel like it's like this tree trunk right on this block as this leg lowers and raises. Woo! Let that go. If you do it on the floor, while you shake that out, I'm really looking for that same action. Up, and then releasing it. Pushing in, raises, and then releases. So same thing. So now let's change sides. I'm going to hop back on my block. Remember, toes facing forward. Whew. Okay, here we go. Strong standing side. My ribs and my hips are over my foot on that block. I'm going to push the standing leg into the floor and release. Woo. Pushing into the floor, hip raises and comes down. Pushing standing leg into the floor and coming down. Whoa. Do 2 more times. Whoa. Being strong in your standing leg. Woo. Feeling it in my glutes and hamstrings today. Using all of that pelvic area to help support me. This is my last one. Really good. Let it go. Woo, shake, shake, shake. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's bring all of this to a close. So I'm going to go for a little swim. So I'm going to stick my butt out. My feet are back in my starting position. And I'm showing it on the side. Stick my butt out, and I'm just going to go for a little swim with my arms from side to side. A little swish, a little freestyle in the air. My butt out. Breathing, swish, 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 reaching those arms up and out, the butt sticking out. You feel pretty strong in your legs. Good, swim, swim. 2 more swims. And let's bring that to a close. And I'm gonna give myself, I'm gonna wrap my arms almost like a hug, and I'm gonna stand again strongly in my feet. And I'm gonna shake my elbows. Giving my elbows a little jiggle. And imagining that there's sand that I'm jiggling into the floor. I have found that this seems to calm the nervous system a little bit. Actually, for me, a lot, but I'm a pretty sensitive person. So you'll see if that helps ground you again or calms this spinal nervous system. Okay, good. Bring that to a close. Let the arms drop. Feel your feet in the floor again. Weight of your arms.